Yeah, thanks, Bill. I'm not as famous as my predecessors, so I'm not Mr. Open Source yet, hopefully. So just give you a bit of introduction on what I do at Alfresco. I'm fairly new there. I joined in April after working for 3 years as an Alfresco partner at EMEA level, doing projects like Bill mentioned, like NXP or in the government arena, as well as, I'm involved in open source contributions like the chemistry project, which is a CMS implementation hosted by Apache. So, as Bill was suggesting, we think it's kind of interesting to give also a technical introduction, an introduction to the technical standpoint of Alfresco before entering the case studies and the product update, which I will give in the session of this afternoon. So, as Bill was mentioning, Alfresco covers 4 main areas: document management, web content management, and collaboration and records management, which is not yet there, but I think it's going to be there pretty soon, and you will have good news today afternoon. But the interesting bit and the strategical, important technical aspect of Alfresco is that it sets itself as a content platform. So as a commodity repository, which you can use and extend either to integrate with your application or as a commodity repository for your enterprise to write all mentioned content, documents, web content, user-generated content, and records of any type. But how did Alfresco get there? I mean, as Matt was discussing previously about, we have a particular sales model. Most of the interest that is generated in Alfresco, it's often coming from the technical perspective. So I don't really have to sell anything which is not there. Normally on the technical side, they're very happy. You just have to discuss mostly on the open source and commercial point of view. So how did Alfresco get actually there? I'm not gonna go in big detail on every single release that we did as of 2006, which is the date when we had our first fully open source release. But what is important to understand from this slide is that just a little bit more than 2 years, Alfresco grew from being a document repository to a fully fledged social content collaboration platform, meaning supporting document management, web content management, records management, providing a framework like Surf, which is capable of, which allows you to build web applications in a scalable and component-based approach. So what comes out is that Alfresco has a extremely fast and innovative flow of delivering features. And there are, according to me, a couple of reasons for this to be so clear from the technical standpoint. So, as Matt was mentioning, not only the management team, but also the technical engineering team of Alfresco is one of the, if not the best team of ECM experts, because they all joined Alfresco from previous experiences, either in open source or in the proprietary world, but high-class ECM engineers. This means that the core Alfresco capabilities, which is definitely the repository, and it's the base for the content platform that then Alfresco is now delivering with the latest versions, so the repository is the core scalable, high-class, high-quality component that bases that powers the whole Alfresco framework. So when I started working on Alfresco as a partner, it took me less than 3 weeks to get into the repository architecture, being able to be productive, and that's a recurring question that I get from my clients, and that is, how long does it take to get involved in Alfresco? how long should I train my resources to get productive node in the Alfresco repository? And the answer is pretty easy. Alfresco repository architecture is a linear layered architecture based on the glue of the Spring framework. So it's designed for extension and for integration. And it's, we will see it's based on best-of-breed J2E components. So it doesn't really take that much of an effort to become productive in the Alfresco arena.